Whether you're just starting out or you've been consulting for years, every consultant I know wants to grow. And to grow, you need more clients. But how do you get more clients? I can talk about leveraging the consultant's blueprint and creating your own framework that includes systems with repeatable, realistic processes. And that works. But what if I simply provide you with 5 guidelines with action items that you can start using today to help you create clients? But there is a catch. For the guidelines and action items to work, you need to be disciplined and consistently work on them. Hi, I'm Laura Burford, and I help independent consultants build their own successful consulting businesses. What I have found is consultants often try to do too much. And I've been there. But what changed for me is realizing less really is more. And when I started to focus on what mattered and stopped listening to all the clutter, the noise, and everything that was going on around me, things worked a lot better. When you focus on what matters, what you're known for, who you serve, and how you help, you create better clients, end up with consistent revenue, and have more time back for you. The guidelines here, the ones I will discuss today, help you focus on what matters. If you're curious about what I really mean about focus on what matters, download the Ultimate Guide to Building a Successful Consulting Business. There's a link in the description area, or if in the comment area you type in guide, I'll make sure you get it. If you would like more consulting insights like this, subscribe to the channel and click on the bell to be notified when the next video is available. If you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. These 5 guidelines with the related action items require discipline, but if you do the work, you will create clients. Let me provide you an example. A person who is new to consulting approached me after 6 months of trying to build his consulting business. Believe me when I say he was completely frustrated. He had been trying just about anything to create just one client, let alone more than one. Once we clarified his focus, what he wanted to be known for, and got clarity around his ideal client profile, he began implementing the guidelines and action items I'm about to share. The result was great. Within 90 days, he landed his first client, and he had a few other opportunities identified. As he started working with clients, he also positioned himself to start creating his own framework for relationship building with repeatable, realistic systems and processes. His feeling was he never wanted to be in this position again. Let's start with guideline 1. Connect with the right people and network where they are. Connect with people who need what you have to offer and who want to work with you and you want to work with them. That means stepping back and thinking through the characteristics and behaviors of your ideal client. That's where the new consultant started. He took the time to get clarity around his focus and his ideal client. And once you know who they are, be where they are. You need to be able to find them, and they need to be able to find you. You might know people who jump from networking event to Zoom call, and at the end of the day, they're tired, they're burnt out, and they're frustrated. And they still haven't met the right people. Believe me, you don't want to be that person. It's interesting. One new consultant said to me, I know how to network, but 6 months went by and she had no possibilities, no potential clients on the horizon. She called me and said, I think I've wasted a lot of time. What do I do now? As soon as she connected with the right people and networked where they could be found, her business took off. Here's the best thing about her story. Somebody approached her at one of the networking events and asked if she could help them. She reached out to let me know that, and she was ecstatic. They found her because she was networking where they or act. So, what do you do? Well, here's my action item for this recommendation. List the top 10 characteristics and behaviors of your ideal client. Characteristics are tangible, such as the CEO, and behaviors are intangible, such as the CEO focuses on social causes. Then look at the people with whom you're connecting. Are you connecting with the right people? Do they fit your ideal client profile? If not, revisit where you're networking and with whom you're connecting. Guideline 2. Know how you are different. How do you stand out from your competition? Why you? I speak frequently about the importance of your philosophy, your point of view. Your point of view is a key asset for your business. It is how you explain the journey you take your clients on, how you help them solve their problems and achieve what they want to achieve. How do you help them achieve success on their terms? Here's another true story. A client called me with 3 network outsourcing proposals. This was a client who reached out when I first started my consulting business years ago when I focused on IT management. All 3 proposals, all 3 businesses who proposed promised the same thing: network uptime, support, similar pricing. On paper, all 3 proposals looked identical. So we set up meetings with key people at the 3 businesses. There's much to the story that I could tell, but to get to the point, what made the difference? Who did they decide to hire? Well, they decided to hire the owner who explained the journey, how he and his team provided their services and treated their clients. That's what sealed the deal. Looking back, I wish that business owner had included that journey in the proposal because all 3 proposals looked alike. Here's the action item for you. Think about your how. What does that journey look like for your client? What's your philosophy, your point of view? If you're new to consulting and still working to figure out your philosophy, I get it. Creating your philosophy, your point of view, isn't always the easiest thing to do. It takes time. But everyone should be able to fill in this sentence or a form of this sentence. My competitors believe this, but I believe this. I have a point of view. It's the consultant's blueprint. And I use the consultant's blueprint as I help consultants build their own successful businesses. But I'm also able to answer a question or the question that I'm asked frequently. How am I different? And I use the same sentence I just provided you. My competitors believe this, but I believe this. Use it. It's a great sentence to help you connect with people. If you would like more information about point of view and how to create your own point of view, check out the point of view playlist that's on this channel. There are a number of videos that explain what it is, how to create it, why they work, why they fail. I will put a link to the playlist in the description area. And that leads to guideline 3. Focus on people who fit your ideal client profile. Zero in on clients and partners who matter the most. These are people who could hire you now or refer you now. Use a targeted outreach approach. Get to know each one, understand them. Build trust so when the time comes, they know you can help them, or you feel confident enough offering to help them. Keep in mind, you're not selling, you're building relationships, and consulting is a relationship business. You want to build trust with people and be seen as credible and the expert to go to. So here's an action item for you. Narrow your list of all the people that you know down to 10 to 20 who fit your ideal client profile. And when I talk about 10 to 20, these are people who might hire you or people who might be able to refer you. If you already have a list like this, that's great. Review it. But for each person, make sure you have a plan as to how to connect with them, how to connect and help them build trust in you and see you as a credible person, a person that they will pick up the phone and call or send an email and ask you to help them. The plan you put together doesn't need to be super fancy, it doesn't need to be detailed. Your goal is to figure out how is the best way to connect with that person so that you build trust with them and they see you as a credible person. That's it. If you're not sure how to reconnect with somebody you've lost touch with and you've placed them on the list, or what is a targeted outreach approach, check out the videos on the relationship playlist. In the description area, I will provide a link to the relationship playlist, but I will also put links to a video that discusses how to reconnect and one that deals with targeted outreach. Guideline 4, be a continual learner. Yes, I get it. This video is about creating clients. So why am I talking about being a continual learner? Learning matters. Staying sharp helps you connect better with your clients, potential clients, partners. Every morning I skim the news. I try to stay current and I look for things that might help people. I often forward useful articles to clients, potential clients, and partners. It helps me remain connected with them. It also helps me spot changes that might affect how I think and my services. So here's an action item for you. Think about what you read, watch, and use to build your knowledge. Pick a few key sources and then start sharing what you learned from them. I get it. I get lots of emails and a lot of material crosses my desk. I make it a point to stay very focused on a few key resources, and I don't hesitate to remove myself from email lists and subscriptions that no longer fit my needs. And that leads to Guideline 5. Guideline 5 is all about networking with the purpose. I made many mistakes when I started out, and I thought I knew better. One of the biggest mistakes was, and which I should not have made, was I was impatient and I forgot it takes time for people to trust in you. On more than one occasion, I needed to remind myself it wasn't about collecting business cards or followers on social media platforms. Consulting is about building relationships, and building relationships means continually connecting and networking with the right people and showing value. Value that leads to being seen as credible, value that builds trust. What is important is never stop working on networking, never stop working on building relationships so that you're visible and you remain top of mind. The thing is this, if somebody isn't ready now to hire you, they might be in 6, 9, or 18 months. And you want them to think of you. And they will if you stay in touch, if you remain in touch. Remaining in touch, it has to be a priority. So here is the action item. Put a plan in place to regularly network where your ideal client can be found. Review your contacts and determine who could be a future client or partner. Reach out to a few of them every day. Forward an article, say hello, share a video, meet for coffee, or call them. If you have a newsletter, ask them if they like to be on it. Don't automatically put people on a newsletter. Ask them. What is important is to stay in front of them. One last thought. You might be thinking, these sound great, but I don't have time right now. Don't wait. Take a step back, assess where you are, pick one or two action items and start. Even small steps create momentum. You might be surprised what happens and how your business begins to grow. Before I close, check out the videos on point of view and the relationship playlist. Download the ultimate guide to building a successful consulting business. You will find links to the playlist as well as the guide in the description area. And if you want to put guide in the comment section, I will make sure you receive the ultimate guide to building a successful consulting business. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Or better yet, let me know which one of the guidelines you tried and how you made out. And if you got stuck, let me know that too. Let's see what we can do to get you moving. If you found this video helpful, click the like button. That is much appreciated. If you are interested in more consulting insights like this, subscribe to the channel and click the bell to get notified when the next video is released. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Until next time, take care. I am now signing off.